Welcome to African American History, Lesson 12. In this lesson we will examine the scale and geographic scope of the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade lasted over 350 years, from the early 1500s to the mid-1800s, and more than 12.5 million enslaved Africans were forcibly transported to the Americas. Of those who survived the journey, only about 5%, approximately 388,000, came directly from Africa to what became the United States. Because of the slave trade, more people arrived in the Americas from Africa than from any other region of the world before the 19th century. While many Americans today assume that slavery occurred primarily in the United States, the actual statistics tell a different story. Portugal, Great Britain, France, Spain, and the Netherlands were the top 5 enslaving nations involved in the transatlantic slave trade. Only Denmark imported fewer African slaves than the United States. Enslaved Africans transported directly to mainland North America primarily came from locations that correspond to 9 contemporary African regions: Senegambia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, Benin, Nigeria, Angola and Mozambique. Captives from Senegambia and Angola composed nearly half of those taken to mainland North America. The ancestors of early generations of African Americans in mainland North America came from numerous West and Central African ethnic groups, such as the Wolof, Akan, Igbo, and Yoruba. Nearly half of those who arrived in the United States came from societies in Muslim or Christian regions of Africa. Many of these tribes still exist and have rich history all of their own, which unfortunately has been lost to modern African Americans. The Wolof people, for example, are a major ethnic group in Senegal, the Gambia, and Mauritania. The Wolof language is widely spoken in Senegal, even by non-Wolof people, due to their historical dominance. The Jollof Empire, 14th to 16th century, was a powerful West African state ruled by the Wolof, known for trade, governance, and military strength. The Wolof were active in early trans-Saharan and Atlantic trade networks, dealing in gold, salt, and textiles. Leba fishermen, a subgroup of Wolof, are known for their deep-sea fishing skills and religious traditions. Sabar drumming and dance is a signature part of Wolof culture, often performed at celebrations. Jollof rice, one of West Africa's most famous dishes, is believed to have originated from the Wolof. Wolof artisans are renowned for their woven fabrics, wood carvings, and jewelry. Global music stars like Yaa Asantewaa, Senegalese singer, have helped popularize mbalax, a music genre rooted in Wolof traditions. The Bayfal movement, a branch of Sufi Islam tied to the Muri Brotherhood, has influenced fashion and music. The Akan people are one of the largest and most influential ethnic groups in West Africa, primarily found in Ghana and Ivory Coast. The Akan established powerful kingdoms and states, including the Ashanti Empire, which was known for its military strength, political organization, and resistance against British colonial rule. The Akan region was historically known as the Gold Coast because of its abundant gold resources, making them key players in pre-colonial trade. Akan goldsmiths are renowned for their exquisite gold jewelry, regalia, and artifacts, many of which were used in royal courts. The golden stool is the sacred symbol of the Ashanti people and represents unity, kingship, and the soul of the nation. The Akan are also the creators of kente cloth, a vibrant woven fabric originally worn by royalty but now recognized globally as a symbol of African heritage. Each kente design has its own meaning, often reflecting historical events, social status, or moral values. While many people of the Akan tribe are now followers of Christianity or Islam, some continue to recognize their traditional religious practices, blending them with their current religious beliefs. Nyam, the sky god, is the central deity in the Akan belief system. His name means he who sees and knows everything. There are a number of folktales featuring Nyam and Anansi, a trickster spider who often tries to outsmart the other animals in Nyam's creation. The Akwasiti festival, held every 6 weeks, celebrates the Ashanti Golden Stool and honors ancestors. The Adwara festival is another major celebration, symbolizing purification and renewal. The Igbo people, primarily found in southeastern Nigeria, are known for their rich cultural heritage, entrepreneurial spirit, and historical significance in West Africa. The Igbo are known for their strong business acumen and dominance in trade and commerce across Nigeria and beyond. They have a unique apprenticeship system called Igbo Boy, where young people learn business skills under successful mentors before becoming independent entrepreneurs. Unlike many African groups with centralized kingdoms, the Igbo traditionally practiced a republican system of governance, where power was distributed among elders, councils, and age-grade associations. Decisions were made collectively through assemblies known as ohacracy, emphasizing democracy and consensus. The Igbo language is rich in proverbs, storytelling, and folklore, often used to teach wisdom and morality. A popular Igbo proverb: "A person who does not know where the rain began to beat him cannot say where he dried his body." Meaning, one must understand past mistakes to correct the future. Today the Igbo are highly influential in Nollywood, Nigeria's film industry, producing films that reflect their traditions and contemporary issues. Many famous Nigerian actors, musicians, and writers, like Chinua Achebe, author of Things Fall Apart, are Igbo. The Yoruba people are primarily located in southwestern Nigeria, Benin, and Togo. They built great kingdoms like the Oyo Empire, which was one of the most powerful states in West Africa, 14th to 19th century. The Ife kingdom is considered the spiritual and historical heart of the Yoruba people, believed to be the origin of humanity in Yoruba mythology. The Oba or king is a respected ruler, with titles like the Uni of Ife and Alafin of Oyo still holding great cultural significance today. The traditional religion of the Yoruba people includes a belief in Olajumare, the supreme god, and numerous Orisha, deities, like Sango, god of thunder, Ogun, god of iron, and Yemoja, goddess of the sea. Ifa divination, practiced by priests called Babalawos, is an ancient spiritual system that guides people through wisdom and destiny. Yoruba spirituality has influenced religions like Santeria in Cuba, Candomblé in Brazil, and Voodoo in Haiti. Many of Nigeria's leading scholars, writers, and political leaders are of the Yoruba people, including Wole Soyinka, who was the first African Nobel laureate in literature. The Yoruba were also among the first groups in West Africa to embrace Western education, leading to a high literacy rate. Finally, Yoruba music has had a global impact, influencing Afrobeat, Fuji, Juju, and modern Afrobeats. Legendary artists like Fela Kuti, who is an Afrobeat pioneer, and King Sunny Ade, a Juju music icon, are Yoruba. Yoruba dance forms like Bata and Sango dance are energetic and deeply spiritual. Another little-known fact is that several of these African tribes actively resisted the colonization that followed once the transport of enslaved Africans to the Americas was discontinued in the mid to late 1800s. The Akan people of the Ashanti Kingdom fiercely resisted British colonization, with notable leaders like Yaa Asantewaa, the Queen Mother, who led a rebellion against British forces in 1900. The Igbo people also played a central role in Nigeria's independence movement, and later attempted to secede during the Biafran War, 1967 to 1970. Despite the war's devastation, the Igbo quickly rebuilt their communities, showcasing their resilience and determination. 48% of all Africans who were brought to the United States directly from Africa landed in Charleston, South Carolina, the center of United States slave trading. Enslaved Africans' cultural contributions in the United States vary based on their many different places of origin. The interactions of various African ethnic groups produced multiple combinations of African-based cultural practices, languages, and belief systems within African American communities. The distribution patterns of numerous African ethnic groups throughout the American South created diverse Black communities with distinctive combinations of African-based culture. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and share it on social media. You can also subscribe to the channel at Quietly Radical on YouTube to be notified of new videos. Be sure to tune in to the next video where we'll examine what impact the slave trade had on West African societies.